Hey there, crazy kids. I am the good old gamer, and this is just a random Minecraft video. I was messing around in Minecraft after being inspired by Mindfiend when he was doing his automated smelting or cooking or whatever thing dealing with hoppers and furnaces and all that. So I was watching him do that, and I got inspired by it, and so I thought I'd mess around here in creative mode on a flat world and see what I could come up with different automated things. So here's a couple different versions of automated and semi-automated chicken cooking and farming. And people have probably already figured this out before. I'm not really used to redstone and hoppers and all this stuff. This is the first time I've ever really messed with it. But I came up with it, so I'm pretty excited about it. So I want to show you guys. So let's just get into it. Now right now you'll notice I'm in the volume area. That's because I had the volume off because it's kind of annoying, this system. Chickens are annoying and the system I set up is kind of annoying to listen to, but I'm going to put it up for you guys to check out because the sound is part of the reason why the system is the way it is. So, right here, don't worry about that middle part right now. Right here, this big system here is a sort of automated chicken cooker system, and we'll just go through this step by step here. The reason why this is extended as far over as it is because of the sound. As you'll pay attention to here, the dispenser here keeps going off when you're over on this side, but as soon as you get about halfway in, the sound dies down. And then you get over to here, and all you have to deal with is the chickens. You don't have to deal with that clickety-clackety thing over here. So, let's just go through the basics, and then I'll show you the behind-the-scenes stuff. So here are the chickens. Now, Mindfiend had a system set up on his Let's Play about this, where he had a bunch of chickens in this little coop. They went into a hopper, and the hopper picks up their eggs and drops them in the chest underneath. And that's as far as his system portion went, was just to put eggs in that chest. And then he could go in and pick up the eggs or whatever. I extended that, but we'll continue on. And basically all you do in survival mode, you can make all of this in survival mode if you wanted. But all you do is throw in these eggs here once you get some going. Well, as long as it doesn't kill them. Like that. Put some chickens in there. They'll eventually grow and start dumping eggs. The eggs get collected in this chest here. And they'll eventually be dropped in there. And then in my system, they continue on from that chest into the next hopper into a dispenser, which is the thing you hear clicking right now. And the dispenser will shoot out the eggs again to make more baby chickens. The baby chickens will land here in the water, just like that. Thank you, timing. They'll come down here, and they'll eventually collect right in here. Just like that. And as long as they stay here long enough, they'll eventually grow as time passes, as baby chickens in Minecraft tend to do. And once they're grown, or at least a good portion of them are grown, you have two different options to kill them. One is an XP farm option, and the other is just an automated kill to get their loot option. So if you're into potion making, which I am not, whenever I play Minecraft I am not into potion making, but I included this because I know people like Mindfiend are into potion making and XP farms and stuff like that. All you need is a splash potion of harming, and Just toss it in like this. Step back a little. A key here on this platform is to step back because you don't want to pick up their loot. Put it in there. It'll kill them all. The hopper will pick up their loot. Once the hopper picks up the loot, come over here. You get all your XP. So that's the XP farm part of it. The hopper picks up all the loot. And then you come on down here. And the hopper will cook will automatically cook the chicken and dump it into here. So you get automatic cooked chicken. Now the only trick to this portion right here, this is an automated furnace deal if you guys don't know. The loot drops into this right here, and then that drops down into here, into the hopper, and then the chicken goes into here to get cooked. And yes, you notice the problem right here. The hopper, the chicken, it gets down here to get cooked. Over here is where the coal would be. All of your stacks of coal could go in here. And then the coal gets fed into the bottom of the furnace, so it's all automated, so you don't have to do that all the time. And then of course whatever gets cooked in the furnace gets dumped into here, with the final thing being chicken. The problem with this, as you've probably picked up already, is that chickens unfortunately leave more than food for loot. The adult chickens will leave eggs and feathers as well as their raw chicken meat. Which means the hopper, when they all die, the hopper picks up all of these raw chickens, feathers, and eggs. And any one of those it'll send down into the furnace. Only the chickens cook. The feathers do not cook, and the eggs do not cook. So it's basically a third of a chance of you actually getting your cooked chicken. But all of it takes is to either go here into the hopper, or go here into the chest and take out the feathers and the eggs, so that the hopper can feed in the chicken. Now, the trouble comes into the fact that you can't really sort any of this out. Like, you could just go do this. Normally, to filter out things, you just fill up the chest like this. But the hopper below it takes it all out. So you can't do that. And the same goes with the hopper stuff in here, because no matter what you put in here, it feeds it into the furnace. Now you could put this into here and then put these into here, thinking that maybe it'll do that. But as soon as the chicken gets cooked and sent through into there, it's going to dump the feathers in. So there really isn't much of a way to filter that I've found. Now, I'm going to turn the sounds off for a minute, because we don't really need them anymore. It's just annoying. So yeah, it's really disconcerting to play Minecraft without sounds, by the way. There really isn't a way to filter this other than manually taking out what you need to take out in order to cook the chicken, unfortunately. So it's only really semi-automated. Now, I've heard on watching Narlo and Brocraft and all that, I've heard him talking with Dwendon about how there's some huge way to do it using redstone to filter out hoppers and stuff. But I am, first of all, not knowledgeable enough in redstone to do that, and second of all, wouldn't actually do that in survival. I wanted to come up with a system I could actually do in a regular, not to mention single player survival series, and this is probably about the extent of what I would do. So this is that system. Now, because of its manual here, there's a second way to do this, since you have to do it manually, filtering stuff over there anyway. There's a second way to do that. Basic, same setup. You've got your chickens here, and they're producing eggs, which are going to go down here into this chest. And those eggs are going to go down in a filter, get dispensed out of a dispenser, shot out, and then these baby chickens will come in here. These baby chickens will eventually grow up, and once they grow up, you can go ahead and go over here with your potions and lay the smack down. I just realized that it kills the chickens on top, so you're going to want to have the chickens on top way farther up. At least a few blocks higher up. It may take a system of few hoppers in order to extend that, but I didn't really think that through. Anyways, same basic system, only the system stops here at the chest, and in this chest you can filter out half the chest for feathers, half the chest for raw chickens. And then once you do that, you can grab your chickens, turn around, put them in this top chest here, and then this is the automated cooking system. Once you put the raw chickens into this large chest, it filters down into the furnace where the chickens get cooked and sent down into this main area here. So it's the same system as over there. It just cuts out the long deal here and some of the automation here. Although since you have to filter out everything, you have to filter out the feathers and the eggs or whatever hidden here anyway, that you might as well come up with this system because it's more compact or whatever. It probably doesn't make much difference. I mainly made that, like I said, as long as I did because it cuts off some of the sounds here. Whereas if you go to this one over here, and let me put the sounds back on for you, you're going to get everything. You're going to get the clicking, you're going to get the chickens, you're going to get everything. And let me put up a few chickens more in here. In survival, you would be using regular eggs to do this, like this. Like that. But since we're in creative, I'm just going to do this, get the regular chickens there so they can start laying eggs and stuff. Now, another thing you can do if you don't need or want the XP farm, or you're not into making potions or whatever, like I'm not, another thing you could do is to do this, flip the switch, the piston kills the chicken, the hopper gets the stuff and dumps it into here. You don't get the XP, but doing it that way also keeps this compact because it eliminates the whole threat of potions killing off all of your chickens up here. So it would be less hoppers for you to use and all of that fun stuff. So there's several ways to do it. And I also got a similar system set up over here for these baby chickens, for these chickens set up over here, where if you didn't want to use the potions or have it as an XP farm and you just wanted the loot from them, once you get enough of adult chickens built up there, and you need the adults because the baby chickens won't give meat. So if the goal is to get their loot, whether it's feathers or meat, you want to make sure most of them are adults. You just do the same thing there. Flip the switch, piston comes in, kills them all, the loot falls into the hoppers, and so on. So, yeah. It's not a perfect setup, but I don't know. I came up with it. I thought it was interesting. And like I said, you have with this setup, you have several different ways of killing off the chickens for the loot. You can either do it as an XP farm if you wanted XP for enchanting or whatever, or if you just wanted the cooked chicken, you've got the other option of doing that. And like I said, over here on this design, all you have to deal with is the chickens and sounds. You don't have to deal with the clicking that happens over here. And of course, the dispenser automatically dispenses the eggs to make the baby chickens with a little bit of redstone here. This is a really simple repeater design that I figured out. Well, I looked up on YouTube to figure out how to do it. And I got the same thing over here, an automated dispenser deal. If you didn't want this automated thing going on all the time, either because you don't like the sound or you don't like the way it might lag some older computers or whatever, you don't have to have it. Instead, you can no, just ignore that for now. Instead, you can just have a button. Put the button on here and just do it manually. Once the eggs, fill up in there, you can just automatically have it, or you can just manually do it. Like, here, we'll put those in there. Automatically dumps it into the dispenser, and then you can do it yourself, and then it won't be running the whole time. Same as if you had a lever. I guess a lever would be faster than a button, so use a lever. But you have to have some way of repeating the power going on and off, whether it's manual or through that. Because if you just use a redstone torch, for example, and that's not a torch, that's another lever, because I'm an idiot. But if you use a torch, it only does it once. There, I finally figured it out. It only does it, it only turns it on once and keeps it stayed on. So you have to either have it automatically on and off, on and off, on and off, or you can do it manually on and off, on and off. But it'll only dispense one egg if you just leave it on like that. So, yeah. And if you happen to be messing around setting this up and you notice that you get in a situation where it does this, just take out a corner here, wait for power to go out a little bit. Whoop. And I didn't do it fast enough. So let's do this here. Get the power going, and then use a bit of redstone, wait for power to go off, and then if you time it right, which I didn't, let's do this again. If you time it right, okay. There we go. And then it'll automatically do it. I'm not very good at redstone, so yeah, it took me a little bit there. And now how you make that setup is really simple. Hold on. Alright, so all you need is a couple redstone repeaters and you'll want your redstone, and you'll want a redstone torch. And then, of course, whatever you're going to plug it into, a dispenser. Be sure if you use this design or something similar, you use a dispenser and not a dropper, because a dropper will not break the eggs. It will only lightly push them out. It won't break the eggs in order to hatch the baby chickens. So all you're going to do is drop eggs. But here's basically how you do it. You want one repeater pointing out that way, and then you want to turn around and have this repeater pointed that way. And then you can have it whatever timing you want. I put it on the longest timing weight. So you just right click it 3 times on each side. And then you make a circle here like this. And of course you want at least one lead out to wherever you're going to hook into, whatever, a dispenser or piston or whatever. And then like I did over there, you want to get power into the system with a torch. Or redstone block if you happen to have a redstone block. It'll work exactly the same way. Torch is easier to get on and off though. And then you'll want a piece of redstone here. And then just take this off, let it go for half a second. You have to get the timing really right, and I'm not really good at it at all. But take it off, put it on. Nope. See, if you do it too fast, it stays on. If you do it too slow, it goes all the way off. So do that. Give it a minute. Nope. Gotta get the timing really right on this. There we go. And then it'll stay on and off. It'll just go on and off and on and off and on and off, and it'll do it forever. And then you can, from there, you can go on to make whatever else you want to do. Make automated on and off, on and off, on and off. And yeah, that's about it. I wish there was a way you could automatically filter hoppers, even if it meant another item like a hopper filter that you plug in between, you know, a chest and a hopper. I wouldn't mind that. But as far as I know, there isn't a way without doing a bunch of extra redstone stuff that I have no idea about and probably couldn't really legitimately do in survival very easily anyway. And that's what these designs are for, is for actual survival in a real Minecraft situation, world, or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not really good at redstone or any of this stuff. This is all kind of new to me and stuff I don't really use very often. But I just thought I would show you guys my little ideas. Mindfiend inspired me with his automated cooking system. Stuff you want to cook goes in there. The coal or fuel for the furnace, whatever, if it's coal or wood or whatever, goes in there. And the stuff from the furnace will be dumped into there. His little thing using that, and his little thing with the chickens, inspired me to extend. So yeah, I guess that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, boys and girls. I'm the Good Old Gamer. This has been a random redstone Minecraft video that I never thought I'd make, but hey, what do you know? I explored a little bit. Stay tuned for more stuff later. Bye-bye for now.